Hello everyone and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique and this is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. For those of you that are new, welcome. You may also want to check out my main tarot channel, Moon Moth Goddess, where I do also have a bunch of other pick your card readings posted for you guys. So today's pick your card reading, we are doing how can you unlock the power you have been holding yourself back from? Okay. How can you unlock the power you have been holding yourself back from? So we do have 3 piles for you guys to choose from today. Pile number 1, you are going to be the Angel Aura Rose Quartz. So Angel Aura Rose Quartz is going to be for pile number 1. Pile 2, you are going to be this orange selenite. And then for pile 3, you are going to be this Caribbean blue calcite. For pile number 3. So how can you unlock the power that you've been holding yourself back from? Again, pile 1, you are the Angel Aura Rose Quartz. Pile 2, you are the orange selenite. And then pile 3, you are the Caribbean blue calcite. Timestamps will be down below, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi, pile 2. So those of you that resonated with the Angel Aura Rose Quartz, this is going to be your reading today. So we are finding out how can you unlock the power you have been holding yourself back from. So this is going to be your personal power, okay, within yourself. So let's take a look. I'm going to put your tarot cards along the bottom and we'll put your oracle cards out first. For those of you that are wanting to know what tarot and oracle decks I'm using today, you can find that information in the description box where I list all of the tarot and oracle decks there. So let's see. So the first card is number 27 and it says the universe rewards motion. What guided action can you take today? Okay. What guided action can you take today? So let's see, what else? Let's actually put this one. We have I am beautiful. We also have Ishtar with sensuality. And then we have squaring the circle. So let's take a look at your tarot. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Swords. We have the Death card. We have the 6 of Pentacles. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Okay. Okay, so I do want to look up one thing here, this squaring the circle card. I feel like I'm already picking up what your message is here, but I want to look at what this card actually is talking about. And this is from the Modern Nirvana Oracle. So let me see if I can find this one, squaring the circle. Okay, so it says celestial messengers, we shall wander in immensity and the stars will be our gleaming ships. It says in alchemy, the metaphor of squaring the circle relates to mastery over our inner and outer operations. Understanding the correspondences in nature and in mathematics, the master alchemist can see the relationship between that which is above and that which is below. that which is within and that which is without. They are able to see the significance of all the changing seasons, the wisdom in the differences of the elements, and the intelligence in the directions, becoming one with the four. Their vision is whole, as all transitions of time are fully appreciated. As a conceptual meditative practice, let us incorporate this idea into a breathing technique called box breathing as we seek, as we seek to master our minds and operate from the grace of self-mastery. Okay, and then it has a little exercise. I'm just going to leave that open for those of you that want to try this. Okay, so this kind of reminds me, the squaring the circle card reminds me a lot of the Magician in the tarot. And so from what I'm getting here, again, going back to our question, how can you unlock the power, basically your power, you have been holding yourself back from? Okay, now what I am noticing in these cards, the Death card, and also in this Knight of Cups card, there is this beautiful, looks like this light here that's coming out or right above the Death card, above this person's head, and then also kind of emanating from this Knight of Cups there as well. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles energy here. The Seven of Pentacles is about us taking time to pause and to take some time to reevaluate and reassess what we've been putting our time and energy into, and whether or not we feel it's still serving, say, like a purpose in our life. Okay, and this could really be anything. It could be how you spend your time during the day. It could be the job that you're at, the friendships that you have, the relationships that you're in, everything that you give your time and your energy into. You've got the Six of Swords energy here and also the Death card. So the Six of Swords is about moving on. It's about a period of transition, moving away from things in your life that could be creating chaotic energy, instability. It could even be moving away from certain habits or thoughts, people, situations that are not really in alignment. So we have the Death card here, which is about an ending, a change, a transformation. And the Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity, okay? Equal give and take exchange of energy. So I also feel like the message here, because we do have the Six and the Seven of Pentacles, is that Spirit is wanting you to take some time to think about what you are giving your time and energy into, and whether or not it is something that kind of gives back to you. Okay, sometimes we invest so much of our time and energy into something, and we have to see whether or not it's creating balance or harmony in our life, or are we kind of giving so much time and energy towards something and we're receiving nothing in return. Okay, so I feel like there's a need for kind of looking at a higher perspective of that. Now, we also have the universe rewards motion. What guided action can you take today? Okay, so I feel like this also involves you feeling confident enough in yourself to take that first step towards, in this case, because we have the Knight of Cups here, the Knight of Cups is about feelings, emotions, about opening ourselves up to opportunities or pursuing opportunities. In this case, this is your emotions and your feelings. So I'm kind of seeing this as a need for you to feel more confident in following your heart's desire. Okay, and because you have this energy here of squaring the circle, which, like I said, it reminds me a lot of the energy of the Magician card, which is also the as above, so below, so within, so without. And you have these two beautiful energies here. First off, we have this I am beautiful, and then you have Ishtar with sensuality. And to me, this has a lot to do with the way that you feel about yourself. And so this may be you working on feeling more confident in yourself, feeling more beautiful, feeling more attractive, feeling more worthy, by learning to love and accept yourself exactly as you are. Okay? Because with the squaring the circle, to me, this is about you really connecting to that power from within yourself. The power to choose, the power to be confident enough to let go of things that are no longer serving a purpose in your life. And that takes a great deal of inner strength from us to recognize when something is no longer in alignment for us, and to be confident enough to say, you know what? I need to detach from this. I need to let this go. I am beautiful. I am worthy. You know, this speaks to me a lot about the feminine energy. Reminds me also a lot of the, I'm kind of getting mixed energies here with the Empress energy as well as the Strength card. Okay. So the Strength card is about overcoming fears. It's about overcoming obstacles. It's about having self-control, to be in control of those fears, of those insecurities that can block us from fully stepping into our power, or for taking the initiative to do something or to step outside of our comfort zone. This is basically us being in control of the ego versus letting the unhealthy aspect of the ego to control us. Okay? And then with the energy of the feminine, it is about nurturing the self, learning to love the self, again, learning to feel worthy of success, of abundance, of love, of anything that we're focusing our intention on to manifest into our life. So with the universe rewards motion, we understand that we are co-creating with the universe, with our life. Okay? And so what we do experience within our life is a direct reflection of what our inner world is, and how we view the world, and how we show up in the world. And so in order for us to kind of be in that flow with the universe, we have to take inspired action. We have to sometimes, yes, take a risk, step outside of our comfort zone to align ourselves with what it is that we desire, what it is that we wish to create and experience in life. And so that by taking that first step, right, with following our heart here, it's going to lead us to a place where we are open to receive that which we desire. Okay, by fully embodying our power here and believing and knowing that we are worthy of whatever this is. And maybe that means working on self-transformation. Maybe that means learning when to move away from certain things when they're no longer in alignment, you know? So this can certainly be you taking that pause to take some time to think about what do we have in our life right now? What are we focusing our energy on? Whether it's certain thoughts or insecurities or fears or doubting ourselves, or thinking about something that we desire and then being too afraid to take that first step. So I feel like it's you recognizing the power within yourself. Again, like I said, this is really working on healing that aspect of the feminine, of fertility and growth and creativity, okay? Passion, and putting that energy towards the things that you love and that you wish to experience here, to allow yourself that new beginning. Okay, here in the Six of Swords card, there's a bunch of people that are kind of walking along. It looks like this desert, but it kind of looks like they're setting out on this journey, right? Leaving things behind and moving towards this energy of the sun. And the sun is, within the tarot, it's an energy that brings in life force and vitality and abundance and happiness and contentment and fulfillment. And I feel like this is you fully stepping into that, okay? Needing to take that first, maybe for some of you, that first big step in that new direction that you feel called to. And I feel like the important thing here is that you are connecting, right, to the divine, to spirit, and allowing your heart to guide you in the direction that you feel intuitively drawn into. Okay, so I do want to look a little bit more at this message here. The universe rewards motion. So let me grab, and this is the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle cards. So let me see what the guidebook has. Any other information? That is number 27. 27. Okay. So it says, do you fantasize about your future but don't know how to get there? Do you have anxiety because you feel trapped by your current reality? Are you overwhelmed by choice or lack of clarity? If so, you could be at a standstill. It can be hard to move forward when the path is unclear. But this is a reminder that you have everything you need to move into the next phase of your life. The universe is always supporting you. You may want clarity before taking a step forward, but the universe doesn't work that way. Only when you take steps and move forward can the universe conspire to uplift and support your momentum. Trust this process and watch the magic of the journey open up. What steps can you take today to move toward the vision in your heart and mind? You may feel stuck or trapped by life circumstances, but each step you take will reveal more of the plan. Take guided action and watch your life transform. So your divine assignment says the universe knows what is in your heart, and the universe knows the quickest, most harmonious way to get what you truly need and want. Trust the timing. Manifesting what you want can be a joyful experience when you recognize it as a process. First, set your intention. What do you truly desire? The universe is on standby, waiting patiently to swoop in and support you. All you need to do is take a step in any direction and ask for what you want. Know that you cannot make a mistake, for all experiences are valuable. You'll either learn more about what you want or about what you don't want. Your mantra for today is, I am right where I need to be to get to where I want to go. I take inspired, guided action forward. So the question to ask is, what guided action can I take today? Which was the message on your card today. Okay. So I think I want to add in some closing oracle messages. Okay, so let's see any final messages that we have for you. Pile 1. We have, you are light. You are light. And I kind of feel like this is really Spirit wanting you to connect to, you know, your most authentic self. But not only that, but connecting to the divinity within. Okay, your true power, your true essence. Anything else for pile 1? We have in flow with money. Okay, so truly believing, again, you're worthy. Money, you know, also is an energetic, has its own energy, has its own frequency. So this is you working to align your energy, right, with your true and most authentic self, truly believing in yourself, because it's going to help the flow, right, in the way that the universe is able to give back by, again, us taking that first step, okay, to flow with the things that we can certainly manifest and create within our life. So anything else for pile number 1, Spirit? We have imbalance. You know, so that could even be for some of you that are maybe holding on to, say, scarcity mindset, poverty consciousness. And again, connecting in with the feminine energy, okay, which could be working on healing those, because the Empress energy, like I said, this is what reminds me of, is all about abundance, prosperity, fertility, growth, expansion, okay? So one more for you, which means we could also be letting go of old belief systems, right? Moving away from those limiting beliefs. We have, you are living poetry, okay? So in a way, you know, this is truly about you co-creating with the universe the life that you truly desire, to bring in happiness, love, abundance, whatever this is that you are wanting to, you know, manifest into your life. This is creating a life that you feel is completely in alignment for you, Okay. And then having, again, like I said, the strength, the courage to be able to let go of anything that is not in alignment with what your dream, vision, or life is. Okay. Like I said, it does require us to have a lot of inner strength and courage. And so perhaps, again, working on your level of confidence, your self-esteem, your self-worth through nurturing self-love, self-care, the feminine energy. Okay. Perhaps this, for some of you, it could be affirmations, that help you to kind of train your mindset into a different way, okay, of thinking, and recognizing where there are limiting beliefs that could be holding you back. Okay. So maybe a process, maybe for some of you, reparenting, a process of purification, clearing, anything that is no longer who reflects who you really are, which is the light. Okay. All right. So that is all that I have for you, pile number 1. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So those of you that resonated with the orange selenite, this is going to be your reading today. So we are finding out, how can you unlock the power you have been holding yourself back from? So this is your personal power. So I'm going to save your tarot for the bottom. If you are interested in knowing what tarot and oracle decks I am using for today's reading, you can find that information in the description box. So pile 2, we have card number 3, and it says, you cannot make a mistake. There are infinite possibilities available to you. Where is your heart guiding you? Okay, so that is card number 3. We have I am happy. We have number 11, eclipse, and it says uncertainty and chaos. And then we have teachers. Interesting. Okay, let's see what your tarot has. Oops. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups. And we have the Devil. Okay. So back to the question here. How can you unlock the power you have been holding yourself back from? Now I notice you have these 2 cards here. I am happy, and then we have the Ten of Cups here, which is about complete emotional fulfillment, joy, happiness. But right along with that, we also have uncertainty and chaos, and then the Devil energy, which the Devil energy can be quite oppressive for us. It can be when we are trapped in negativity, fear-based type of thinking, limiting beliefs that keep us trapped or stuck from being able to, say, move forward along our path. What I do notice here, especially with this Knight of Swords, there is a doorway here, almost like this portal. And this person is kind of standing towards the door, but they're still kind of standing away from it. Almost like there is perhaps something that's kind of holding you back. And we can look at this portal here as you kind of stepping into a new timeline, about opening yourself up to a new experience, pursuing a new path. So this kind of makes me feel that, pile 2, you could in fact be afraid. I almost kind of feel like afraid of doing the wrong thing, because this is also talking about you cannot make a mistake. There are infinite possibilities available to you. Where is your heart guiding you? And even in this card here too, it's kind of like they're standing away from it. Like there's that portal here, that doorway, up those steps, and it's like this person is standing far away from it, like looking at it. And inside of that doorway, right, it's all dark, it's all black, and it kind of looks like there's like these little moons that are kind of trailing out of it. So this also too gives me this energy here of uncertainty, right, that we have here in that eclipse energy. But then also in this 10 of Cups card, these two people here are together and they're looking at a distance at this house, at this building. And so it almost makes me feel that you really could certainly be afraid of doing the right thing, choosing the wrong path. And that chaos may more or less be the chaotic energies that you're experiencing and feeling with inside of yourself. Okay? Because the Ace of Cups is here, which is about a new beginning. And sometimes, as this relates to you, say you specifically, the Ace of Cups could potentially be about pursuing a new passion, maybe a new creative idea. And then you also have the 9 of Pentacles here, which is about independence, sovereignty, a feeling of groundedness within the self, confidence within the self. I am happy. And this is about you. And I'm also noticing the way that she's also, again, standing away from this structure here, but she's got her arms open wide. Like she's opening herself up to, and here in this card, there's a bunch of different like windows and doorways that are here present. So it also kind of gives me like the Fool energy vibes here. Where is your heart guiding you? And this is about, I feel like for you, pile 2, this is you learning to trust yourself, learning to trust your intuition better, to follow your intuition to the point where your soul knows, you know, exactly what it wants, what it desires. It is sometimes our ego, which I feel like, because we have the devil here, the devil can talk about our shadow self. It can talk about unhealthy aspects of the ego, right? Which keep us stuck in fear, doubt, holding us back from truly being happy or finding a sense of fulfillment. I want to look at this teacher's energy here and see if we can add a little bit more context to this reading. So where is the teachers at? And this is from the Modern Nirvana Oracle. Okay, so this card says, not all teachers have classrooms, and some of life's greatest lessons can come from friends, unexpected moments in time, synchronicities, people you may not agree with or like, and even perfect strangers on the street. Some of those lessons may emerge from the most uncomfortable situations. In fact, some of the absolute best lessons can come from those moments in time. Even these folks who just rub us the wrong way or trigger unresolved wounds are revealing something deep or hidden about ourselves, especially when we shift focus and witness the teaching at hand. The greatest teachers don't preach to you, don't talk at or over you, but instead lead you to the lesson through a journey of self-discovery. As you reflect on the great cosmic mirror of interconnectivity, which is essentially our connection with others, okay, and the universe, they show you where to look. As Khalil Gibran said, quote, "But do not tell you what to see. When someone does something to upset you, they are showing you where to look. But it's up to you what lesson you'll choose to see. For instance, if someone never responds to your emails and you find yourself getting angry with them, maybe the lesson is that you need to give yourself a break, take a pause, and disconnect. Perhaps you're constantly pointing out little mistakes a friend is making, and maybe the lesson is that you are too critical of others and need to give them a break. If someone isn't as available with their time and attention as you'd like, maybe instead of taking it personally, the greater lesson is that you also need to cultivate better boundaries and protect your energy in ways that allow time to work well for you. Pause, pay attention, and take note of what this moment is teaching you right now. Where is the lesson? Where is the reflection? And how can you integrate this learning into your continued evolution as you become the best version of yourself? This card tells you to honor your teachers today and complete your metaphorical homework by studying and applying all that you've learned along the way. So the mantra for this card says, I see a lesson in every reflection and honor all of the teachers in my life. Good, bad, or indifferent, I appreciate the curriculum of my daily classroom and all of the cosmic insight. Okay, so I'm kind of feeling this is in addition to, what is already here as part of your message. So again, our question, how can you unlock the power you have been holding yourself back from? Maybe this is also asking you to take some time to think about maybe say certain people, situations that you're involved with at present in your life, and how those energies are influencing you. In what ways? Is it in the positive? Is it in the negative? And then what is your takeaway from that? Because I feel like learning whatever those things are, and sometimes, like this card is saying, sometimes those lessons that we learn are uncomfortable ones. They can be painful ones. They can be challenging ones. They can certainly be ones that bring up a lot of different feelings, emotions, thoughts within inside of us. But are we giving our power away to those situations, or are we kind of taking away from it the lessons and then integrating it into becoming a more powerful and better version of self, where we're not allowing outside influence to dictate what we're feeling within inside of ourselves, which should be, right? Should be joy. It should be happiness. And if there is, something that is taken away from that, can we examine that a little bit further, right? To maybe think about it or change the perspective that we might have to help us to overcome, right? Maybe certain things that we might be going through in life. So what I feel like maybe your question here should also be, what is limiting you at this time? Okay. Is it a person? Is it a situation? Is it some type of outside influences? Is it old ways of thinking? Okay. That are going on here. So, and I feel like essentially this is about you reclaiming your power here, right? Which is what we're aiming to do with this reading today. How can you unlock your power that you've been holding yourself back from, right? Look at where your limitations are. Look at what those fears are, those insecurities are, those doubting yourself. Where are they coming from, right? What experiences have led to this feeling, with the devil energy being present, of ego captivity, right? Because those fears are something deeper or coming from somewhere. The Ace of Cups, I also noticed that she's kind of sitting here in meditation, this person, just kind of sitting under this circle here. Could be like moons or planets. But, the Ace of Cups is also about emotional release, healing. There's also meditating here as well. Okay. So, and I'm seeing here that we have the eclipses, right, that are there. And then also in the center here, that moon is really bright. So she's kind of like tuned in, really tuned in, or tuning in to the energies that are present. So this can also be you, right? Taking some time to reflect on what energies you're experiencing, right? What is causing, say, challenges or conflicts within your energies. Because this card too, to me, when I look at this, I'm seeing an eagle here, a bird with its wings open wide, right at the center, which looks like a sun here. And I feel like this is also about you, you know, stepping into your full power here, maybe literally spreading your wings, you know, opening yourself up. To me, this speaks of also of expansion and the confidence to do so. Okay, perhaps this is you working on your sense of really grounding your energy, feeling more of a sense of freedom. And this devil energy is the opposite of that. This is very limiting energy. Okay, so this can be recognizing what, you know, any types of fear-based thinking, doubting yourself, insecurities, certain things that are limiting you and holding you back from your full power here. Okay. So let's add on some additional messages for you to close out your reading, pile 2. Pile 2. Okay, so we have feed your artist, okay, which is going to be your creative energy. You are a co-creator, right? Right along with the universe, creating your life. So this is about you feeding your creativity, okay? Nurturing that. We have accept and receive. Nourish your sacred feminine, okay? Which is also going to help you with the artist here, right? All of that creative energy. And I feel like this is also helping you to be open, right? To receiving from the universe. And then we have rise. Look at that. Rise. Okay. And I feel like this is certainly you rising above whatever this is that's limiting for you. Okay. A situation that you're involved in, a way of thinking, anything that is kind of holding you back, okay? And then, like I said, recognizing what that is teaching you, okay? Spending some time with that. Maybe going through the process of journaling, right? Maybe your journal prompt is, what is my biggest fear? What is my biggest insecurity? And start doing some journaling to kind of really open it up with the process of writing so that you can really see, you know, where it's coming from. Sometimes there are things that we have sitting within our subconscious mind, you know, from situations that have happened years ago, and we're not really aware of how that could be something that's impacting our view of ourselves, or the way that we show up for ourselves, okay? How we can work on maybe healing certain aspects of the self from former versions of ourselves, where those limitations are. So acknowledging them, what is it teaching us? What are we learning from that experience so that we are able to rise, okay? Rise into your power, okay? All right, so that is all that I have for you. Pile number 2. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So those of you that resonated with the Caribbean blue calcite, this is going to be your reading today. So we're asking again, how can you unlock the power you have been holding yourself back from? So this is your personal power. If you are interested in the tarot oracle decks that I am using today, you can find that information in the description box, which is located directly beneath the video. So let's see your first card, pile 3. We have card number 10, and it says, out of the woods, you've made it through. What newness is emerging? We have, I release what doesn't serve me. It looks like she's crying here, releasing emotions. I release what doesn't serve me. We have number 21, Freya with empowerment. Beautiful. And then we have kindness. And I feel so more so this kindness here has to do with you being kind to yourself. Okay? You being kind to yourself. Sometimes we can have a little bit of a negative inner dialogue where our thoughts were mean to ourselves. Okay? Especially for those of you where you've gone through, you know, a lot of challenges. Especially with dealing with heart, things having to do with your heart, your feelings, your emotions, you know, which could of course have to do with relationships with others. But let's see what your tarot says. We have the Empress. Beautiful. I'm just trying to get a closer look at her. The Empress. We have the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups. Wow, the Five of Cups. And look at that, the Five of Swords. Okay. Okay, I see what's going on here. Okay, so your message here, it's interesting too, because you got out of the woods, you've made it through. And this is also the number 10. 10s in the tarot, they're about completion. The end of a cycle here. And I noticed that you have the Five of Cups and the Five of Swords here. Okay? These are very challenging energies. Mentally, emotionally. This could very well be saying that you've gone through a lot as it relates to relationships with others. Now, this can be any type of relationships, friendships, family members, romantic partners. Okay? The Five of Swords can talk about us being sometimes in a victim type of mentality. We could have betrayal wounds. We could have gone through different forms of abuse, okay, where another person's words or actions may have really hurt us in a way. And then we have the Five of Cups energy here, which has to do with grief, pain, sadness, remorse, regret, shame, guilt, disappointment, feeling discouraged, feeling hopeless with the types of things that you have experienced in your life. And so I release what doesn't serve me, okay? Now these may be, again, friends, people, connections that may have caused a lot of pain, heartache, okay, in your life. And so this is where I feel like Spirit is kind of acknowledging what you have gone through, but it's also about you being able to kind of look back to your past and recognize that, yes, this is something that was very difficult, very challenging for you, but this is Spirit telling you, you've made it through. Okay? You've made it through. And you're here. I release what doesn't serve me. And she's allowing herself to release, right? This pain, this sadness, this regret, this guilt, whatever it may be, to restore balance, to restore harmony again. Okay? Because working towards releasing this energy, of course, like I said, being kind to yourself, being compassionate towards yourself, for recognizing what you have had the strength to overcome. Okay? I feel like Spirit is not trying to in any way, you know, say that, how do I want to say this? Not in any way say that the experience that you have wasn't easy, okay? It's clear here that what you guys have experienced in your life has been very challenging, okay? But this is also about you taking this energy and working towards transmuting it and even using it through alchemizing it to really empower yourself, Okay. And this is essentially when we're taking really one form of energy or experiencing and kind of taking a look at what that pain is teaching us, to use it as a tool to help to empower, okay, ourself in some way. Now, of course, you know, you guys are all different. There's different ways of you being able to take this energy and transmute it into something else. And I'm just going to give you a couple of examples so that you can kind of think about what that means for you and how that can translate into your own life. Okay. Now let's just say that you are someone who's gone through a lot of, I want to say, not so great relationships. Okay. With, say, like romantic partners. And you are someone who turns around and takes that experience and works towards healing your own feelings, your own emotions, thoughts, and beliefs that are surrounding it. And then you decide, you know what? I'm going to take some classes. I'm going to learn about psychology. I'm going to study human behavior. I'm going to study how trauma affects the brain, how it affects the body, how it affects the nervous system, how to heal from it, right? So you take that and turn it into wisdom. You turn it into knowledge and power, your personal power, okay? I am someone who's gone through a lot of trauma, okay? Especially as it relates to relationships with others, friendships, romantic partnerships, family members. And so there's been a lot of healing, you know, that I've had to do with that. But when I started my journey into tarot after I had my spiritual awakening, I decided that being able to come out, right, the other side of all of that darkness that I experienced in my life, that I was no longer going to sit in this energy. And I decided that's enough. I'm not allowing my past to be something that will control me any longer, and making the decision to do something with it, right? And that's where I found myself kind of through my spiritual awakening, kind of pushed towards tarot to be able to help other people who were on their journey trying to navigate their way through their own darkness. I've already made it out of the other side, right? Where I was so lost in that darkness up until, you guys, for those of you that are new, I'm going to be 47 this year, okay? And I didn't come out of that darkness that was my life until I think I was like 30, 39, 40 years old. Okay. So the good majority of my life I spent in that energy, because the trauma that I experienced was something that was starting all the way since childhood, very early. So it was kind of like my whole life was like an entire dark night of the soul of just pain and trauma and things of that nature. So take it, turn it around, right? We can be someone who becomes an advocate for others. You can be someone who decides, you know what, I'm going to write books. I'm going to do workshops for people. I'm going to help women to get out of toxic relationships. I'm going to do all these things, right? Where you turn that and you empower yourself through deciding, I'm no longer going to let this be something that takes over my life, right? I got sick and tired of it. I was so tired of feeling like that. I became angry. And I was like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Okay? So for you, I'm seeing the Two of Cups energy here, which is about balance and harmony. Now, this could be connections with others, but I'm seeing this as also you finding balance within yourself. Okay? Harmonizing your energy. The Three of Cups has to do with friendships. Okay? So this may also be, I'm kind of getting like some multiple things going on here. First and foremost, yes, this is what you've gone through. Okay? You're releasing feelings, emotions, thoughts, beliefs, and things of that nature that are no longer serving you. This is the past, right? These are things that have happened in the past. They are no longer who you are today. We can start to work to let go of victim mentality, self-sabotaging thoughts because of things that we've gone through in the past. This might include, with the Empress energy being here, really working to learn to love the self again, to accept the self exactly as you are, to pay more close attention to what your body is telling you that you need. Love, nurturing, healing, maybe taking better care of the body, okay? Eating healthier, drinking plenty of fresh water, fresh fruits and vegetables, and, eating good food, nourishing yourself, nourishing your soul, which is going to be something that helps you to restore balance within the self, okay? So again, being kind to yourself and also being compassionate towards others too. And I know sometimes that's hard to do, because when someone that we're involved with, whether it's a friend, a family member, a romantic partner, when we're going through something with them and that person has hurt us, it can be hard for us to have compassion, because we might feel anger, we might feel resentment, okay, which is this Five of Swords energy here. And it can be hard for us to, send that person love and understand, okay, yes, they're probably hurting me or others because of where their current state of mind is, or where their emotions. And I know that you've all heard that phrase, hurt people, So this is understanding, right? We can come from a place of love and understanding. This is the experience that we've had. But we can take that and turn it into something powerful and positive, create a podcast, write a book, create your own YouTube channel, write poetry, do something creative, right? To take it and transmit the energy. The other thing that I'm seeing here for you to really help you, for those of you, especially if you want to, create new friendships, new connections with others. We have the Three of Cups here, which can talk about groups of people, friendships, socializing with people, okay, to help you to expand and to grow. So this might even be like where you have support, okay? And some of you might have friends like that in your life, or people that you care about that are close to you that can be a good emotional support system for you. But some of you, this might mean branching out, okay, and connecting with new people, other people, making new friendships so that you have the support that you need, okay? People that inspire you, people that encourage you to continue to grow and evolve into a better version of self, okay? Being able to overcome this type of energy to help you to empower yourself. I do feel like I want to read this message because I do feel like this is an important part of this reading here. So let's look at number 21, right? 21. Okay. And this is the Moon Goddess Oracle. It says Freya is the Viking or Norse goddess of love, beauty, and sexuality. She is charming, confident, and deeply owns her intuition, her femininity, and who she is. And you got the Empress here. It says she's badass. Freya isn't a moon goddess in the traditional sense because gods were connected to the moon in Norse tradition. But she is such a beautiful energy to work with that she has to be included in this oracle. Freya is incredibly beautiful, empowered, and confident. She is petite yet strong, sexy, and powerful in presence and of body. Her dress is long, and she wears an amber amulet around her neck. From her hair dangle feathers, beads, and bones and decoration. She uses the phases of the moon to connect more deeply to the arts of magic, astrology, and plant medicine. Freya has come through to support you in claiming your power and standing proudly as who you are today, to help you begin the journey of owning your story of creation, all those parts of you, all those parts of who you are that make up you, each tiny journey, each tiny particle that makes you whole, to be proud of that. Okay? On the moon, Freya stands holding a medicine stick. She is regal and so strong. Power flows effortlessly from her body. Freya taps her medicine stick 3 times on the moon. The light codes of empowerment beam out and to you. Receive each one. Breathe them in. Should you ever doubt your capacity to hold your own power and find your magic, Freya insists you locate a mirror. Look deeply in your eyes and see it. See you. Okay? It says, I am learning who I am right in this moment. I own my story. Okay. So like I said, it's not that Spirit is telling you that what you went through isn't difficult, isn't challenging, but it is you taking it and empowering yourself with it. Okay. Yes, it was challenging, and that totally might be an understatement, because I know that some of you have gone through some really difficult stuff with that. But again, this is where Spirit is saying, out of the woods, you've made it through. And some of you might still be, in that process of going through all of this. However, the way that I take this message, out of the woods, you've made it through, perhaps this is you also, telling yourself, I will make it through this, especially if you're still actively going through this right now. Some of you, I feel for the good majority of you, it could be things that have happened in the past, and some of you could very well, in fact, be dealing with these energies right here, right now. Okay. Because what you're going through is happening right now. But I feel like, most of you, it's like, this is from the past. So what newness is emerging? This is you birthing a new version of the self. Okay. Again, because moving through, this process, especially with the Five of Swords here being victim mentality, we could think a lot at certain things that we've gone through, and we do. We feel like a victim to whatever those circumstances were. But then we can shift from being the victim, right, to say survivor, if appropriate, or a person who has been able to overcome that. We're past it, right? And pretty soon, right, as we work through our healing, we no longer need that label. Okay? We no longer need it. It's the past. It is not who you are right now. Okay? So this is essentially you shedding those layers. Now, it's not getting rid of the story, right, that you have to tell about how you came into this position of power. Okay? But it doesn't have to be your story any longer, right? We've empowered ourselves, or we will empower ourselves beyond that, where we no longer need to hold on to the label of the victim or the survivor. We can then continue to shift away from that into the new version of self, the empowered version of self. Okay? All right, so let's pull some last messages for you, pile 3. Let's see what else. What newness is emerging? How can you unlock the power you have been holding yourself back from? For pile 3, Spirit, is there any last messages that pile 3 needs to hear at this time? We have fearless expression. And this kind of looks like a little microphone here. Okay. So perhaps for some of you, this is really kind of opening up also the throat chakra, really working towards, maybe this means sharing your story. Okay. And that in itself can be something that empowers you, right? Might be a little scary. Okay. At first. Okay. Sharing stories, things like that you've gone through. Those of you that are feeling also been called to write a book about your story, or even to share that on a podcast, creating your own podcast, or even using some type of social media platform to get your voice heard, your story heard, because that can be something, right? By you kind of telling others, hey, this is what I've gone through. You too can overcome this. You don't have to, right? Your strength and your power can certainly be something that empowers others to see beyond this, okay? And it can also be something that also helps you with your healing. I know that even for me, doing YouTube, having, the 2 channels that I do have, and also sharing my story a little bit, I shared that for those of you that are new on another, a 3rd channel that I have. I put my story out there, for people to share with, and it was a challenging to do. It was really painful to share a lot of those most intimate details about myself and what I went through on my own journey. But in that vulnerability, it was also something that helped me to feel more empowered, because I was able to then show and tell people that this is what, you know, you might go through or have experience in your life, and seeing for others to know that it is possible to come out of that darkness and to overcome adversity. It is possible. Okay. So by you being able to, you know, even open or activate or clear your throat chakra and really put your voice out there in any way that you feel called to do, can be something that is very empowering and inspiring to others. Okay. So perhaps your voice is something that you need to know is important and you need to be heard. Okay. We have overrate your intuition. And then we have fall in love with your own story. Look at that. Because it's uniquely you, right? Your journey isn't like anybody else's. It says you are living poetry. Okay, so again, like this card was talking about, it's like, think of it in a way that it's like really showing how strong you are, you know? Really showing how strong you are as a person. There's one card I want to look at here. Where is... did I leave it over there? I think I did. Fall in love with your own story. You are living poetry. You know, I feel like Spirit is wanting you to really just see how amazing you really are. Okay? How much you have really, your soul has been able to endure and overcome. Okay? And to feel proud of yourself. Take some time, again, compassion here. Be compassionate towards yourself. Okay? So I'm going to leave that here for you, pile number 3. I do hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.